Hey, YouTube. Hey. Oh, we ain't live on TikTok yet. Hold on. Hey, Facebook. Hold on, y'all. I clicked the wrong button. There we go. Well, hello there. How are you guys? Happy day to you. We're live on TikTok on the Black Women in Grants channel. We're live on Facebook under Dr. AJ Austin, my page here. We're live on YouTube under blackwomeningrants.com. Just spell out the DOT. I am also pulling up our YouTube dual stream here so y'all can see what we see here on TikTok. And there we go. Hopefully the audio is picking up on all ends on YouTube because we did like a whole half live on mute the other day. So there we go. It looks like it's working. I don't know. Somebody's gonna have to tell me. Hello, I am Blessed Lika. Hey Keisha. Hey Dorothy. How are you guys? Welcome. This is Black Women in Grants. Say hello when you come in. Put it in the chat. Just say hey real quick before we dive in. Let me know you're watching. You can hear me. And you ready to dive in. Hey, Blind Love in Motion and Alexandria. How are you guys? Let me get back to our YouTube so I can make sure I keep up with who joins us there and who chats with us there. Hi, Intod. Thank you for typing. Now I got to make my font bigger so I can see. Hey, Tanya. Welcome. If you're new here, if it's your first time, put new in the chat. Let me know if you're new. Have we met before? You've been here before. This is your first time. Let me know. Say hey in the chat. Just put new. Let me greet you properly. Welcome to Black Women in Grants. This is where we talk all things grants for Black women with for-profit small businesses. My name is Dr. AJ Austin, founder of blackwomeningrants.com. How many of you guys was just scrolling here on whatever platform you're watching on? We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we're on TikTok. And it just popped up in your feed. Put FYP in the chat. On TikTok, that stands for the For You page. Hashtag FYP real quick. Let me know how you knew we were live. I want to see what's working. I know sometimes if you're following me, thank you, Tanya. Tanya said she was scrolling minding her business and we popped up. Hey, girl. Sometimes if you're following the page, you'll get a notification. I don't know if everyone does, but sometimes TikTok works like that. I don't know how YouTube does it just yet. YouTube, we be having people popping on and off. So if you can hear me, how did you know we were live? Do you follow the channel? Let me know. I think I just popped up in the feed on Facebook. So welcome to those of you who are here. Who here already follows the channel? Just put hashtag FYP. Talk to me real quick. Tell me how you knew to come join us in the live. Real quick, I just want to do a quick little check-in with y'all. How you knew we was here? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Dr. AJ Austin, founder of blackwomeningrants.com. And we talk all things grants for Black women with for-profit small businesses. Those who really would like to find, apply for, and win a grant. Can anyone use a grant for their business? I really want to get a feel for who's here to learn about grants. If you could use a grant, put grants in the chat. I really just need one person, and I'll talk like it's just me and you, okay? But let's see who will be the first one to put that in the chat. And welcome. If we've never met, I've won over $1 million in grants and grant-funded opportunities. So if you've been here, you've known that. If you are new here, welcome to our world. We're on track to hit $500,000 just with the collective over at blackwomeningrants.com. We have about 600 women that are in my mentorship program. I'll introduce you to them and that program in just a moment. But I wanted to get a chance to chat with you guys before we dive in a little bit deeper. Fluffy Diva says she can use a grant. I think you're the only one, girl. So let's talk. Fluffy, what do? Y'all put it in the chat. If you're just joining us, welcome. We're talking about what you do. Hey, Notary, tell us what y'all do. What do you do in the business that you either own already because it's established, you've already started it, or the one you could see yourself owning someday soon? Like, if you could just get the funding to do it, if you could just win a grant, all you need is a grant. Tell me about that business, that idea, real quick, because that's how I'll know if your business qualifies for a grant. We're going to start there because a lot of people want to say, is there a grant for blank? Is there a grant for blank? Well, put your blank in the chat. What do you do? Fluffy says the shipping company. What are you shipping, Fluffy? Let me know. Y'all talk to me plain, simple, clearly, like I'm 2 years old. We've never met, and I got questions because all of that can be true. Okay. So talk to me in the chat because that's the number one question on any small business grant application. They're literally going to say, describe your business. What do you do? And they're going to want you to choose one idea. I know some of you are multi-passionate. You got multiple businesses that you run. You got multiple business ideas. They're just going to say, pick like not your favorite. You don't have to get rid of all the others, but tell us about the one thing that you do that you really just want to get funding for first, right? And so that's the one you start with. That's the one you could potentially win a grant for. So if you tell me in the chat what you do, I can tell you more about winning a grant for that business. Okay. Samantha says independent housing. Tell me more. Who is the housing for? What is it for? Let me know more. Notary says compliance partner. I like that, Notary. That's cute and clever. I get a lot of notaries on here. Nobody has ever titled themselves a compliance partner. I like it. Thank you for whatever that was. That was cute too. Um, Healthcare directives, need that. Notary. Although I signed one recently and I thought I needed it notarized. I went all the way to the bank and they were like, there's no spot to notarize it. So anyway, notary and apostille, is it apostille facilitation on one side? Love it. I need to know more about that apostille. I see that a lot. I don't know what that is. Fluffy says barrels, sea freight, and air freight. Okay, Fluffy. Love it. Let me see what you called it in the beginning. Oh, shipping. Okay, that's what you're shipping. Got it. Notary does DOT drug testing on the other side of her business. Okay. I am Narisha, does coaching and counseling. What kind of coaching and counseling? Let me know. Amber says new truck grant out for 75K. That's a scam, y'all. Do not communicate with this person. We're gonna go ahead and bless her and block her. No grant is finding you on social media, baby. I just want y'all to know that. So that was a perfect example of what to watch out for. So y'all talk to me. Y'all are on my live. It's some trolls out there, some scammers. And one thing scammers gonna do is scam. Okay, so y'all be careful. Bottles and veins. Hey, girl, you right on time. We just getting started. Okay. Fluffy ships to the islands. Okay, so when like we're seeing these videos of like the islanders opening these big barrels that their families like shipped over and stuff like that. Like you should do the shipping for that. Thank you for the roses. I see you. I'm just trying to understand what y'all do in your business. Let me know. Vitals, of course, has her mobile lab. User says any truck grants. I'll tell you more about the grants that are currently available once I understand your business. What do you do? So here, we're educating you on what grants are and what they're not. And one thing they're not is they're not finding you on social media in somebody else's comments on a live. They're not in your inbox. If anyone is in your inbox on social media, you about to get scammed, okay? Grants are also not just specific to the type of business you have. So I want to know what you guys do so that I can show you how to start qualifying for these grants. Yes, Desi, there are grants for retail. Yes, who was this that put the truck one? User, you can get a grant to help you get trucks. It's grants for really anything you can think of that's not really just business specific. So tell me more. What is transportation? Y'all got to tell me more. What does that look like? So, y'all, I am a professional level grant winner. I just won 2 grants this week. And so I study the grant process. And one thing that a grant check writer and I were talking about the other day. She has a $10,000 grant out right now. And she said the more words you use on her application, the better your grant looks. So when y'all are saying trucks and retail and transportation and shipping, that's not clear enough. So I have to ask you more questions to help you get clearer, okay? So if you're new here, welcome. I'm Dr. AJ Austin, founder of BlackWomenInGrants.com, and I help Black women with for-profit small businesses find, apply for, and win grants. That's what I do professionally, and we're really, really good at it. So our winners are in industries of all kinds. Our top winner is a Black woman farmer. Her name is Raven Duvernay. She is in Baltimore, Maryland. She has won $100,710. If you could use the extra 100K in your business, just tap your screen real quick. Let me see some hearts flutter. Let's like the live and get the likes up, because more Black women need to be in this room, a part of this conversation. And this is our safe space. And if you're here and you're not a Black woman, you're welcome to stay. Thank you for having our back. This is our safe space. This is what we talk about. We're going to be talking about money and grants and business. And that's it. That's all. Okay. So there's that. So thank y'all for getting more Black women in here. Share this out with somebody who you know need to be here. Girl, tag them. Just call them out in the chat. Okay. Let me read through some more of what y'all do. I think I missed a couple. Okay, so scrolling backwards. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. I'm scrolling. Y'all are telling me what you do. So Vital Veins, yours was the last one I said I seen, I think. So you got the mobile lab. Keep telling us more, because everybody here want to be mobile in some way. They want a truck. They want to, they want to take it on the road. Okay. Samantha says independent housing for veteran and SSI. Okay. All right. Okay. Nikki says community paramedicine. Tell me more about that. We get a lot of medical couriers, like people who I did not understand, y'all. And I've been on TikTok for 2 years with y'all every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We have hundreds of lives just like this. Our replay is in our vault over at BlackWomenInGrants.com. We got so many replays. We got a private playlist. And it's now a part of our mentorship program. And I meet a lot of people who say they're in medical courier businesses. And I don't really understand what that is. Until recently, I now understand what it is. I'm thinking they're just driving needles somewhere. I don't know. You got like hearts in your truck or something. I don't know. Until the lady really broke it down, and she was like, I take people to their doctor's appointments, and to the dentist appointments, to the hospital. And then I saw a video today on TikTok of a lady that had to call something like a medical courier because she was under anesthesia after a surgery, and they wouldn't let her drive. They wouldn't let her call an Uber. So they need services like a medical courier. So the more y'all talk to me about what you do, I can understand it more and try to help you see how you can win a grant. I said all that to say this. Marsha is an event planner and a caterer. What type of events, Marsha? Let me know. And what kind of catering? Are you like planning the event and cooking the food? Let me know. Desi's in pageant and prom for her boutique. Is that right, Desi? I want to make sure I understand. User says trucking, OTR. I think that means over the road. 18-wheelers and box truck delivery. And user, again, what are you delivering over the road? Like, do you own that trucking company? TJ says education workshops. What kind of education? We're gonna stay here a minute. Because a lot of people need help describing what they do. Like, we think if we just say a title, it's clear. Girl, I was just before I went live watching a video of a lady who is saying her best friend has a job and she has no idea what they do, but she know all the company tea. And the best friend just got a bonus. She still don't know what the best friend does. The best friend said they hiring, you should come apply. She still don't know what the best friend does. And they talk all the time. So it goes beyond the title. Sometimes you have to describe your duties, okay? This is what a grant wants to know. So the lady that has a grant out right now, her deadline is at the end of this year. I'm not going to go into detail about the grant. I share that with our mentees over at blackwomeningrants.com. So y'all come join us. I got a scholarship to come join us tonight for you. And it is available on a first come, first serve basis where you can get into our mentorship for 6 months for only $197. So that plus a special bonus. And for those of you who want to get on a call with me, there's an opportunity to do that as well, because a lot of y'all just want to sit on the phone and talk and get clear about this thing. And I can see why. Because you need more help going into more detail about what you do in a way that a grant is going to want to write you a check for it. Okay. So tell me more. Put it in the chat. What do you do? Talk to me. Boo Bear says grant to get help with getting a grant to help seniors. How do you want to help seniors, Boo Bear? What is the business behind that? Notary says, am I on YouTube? I am currently streaming on YouTube right now under blackwomeningrants.com. Just spell out the D-O-T. And if you're going there now, let me know if y'all can hear me over there, because for some reason YouTube just mute us out and I don't know that they can't hear me. Brandy says the Emmanuel Center, we help foster children and parents do what? Like, help me. I want to understand. Nikki says, especially in our community, who uses the ER as their primary care doctors, right? Vital says, we are a mobile lab that brings the lab to your front door. We specialize in home blood draws. That's actually becoming popular as well, like medical services delivered. So whether it's like a blood test, a drug test, what are they calling it? Concierge medical services, where the doctors are literally driving to homes now. I saw a video about that today. So yeah, Marsha, is it Marsha? They look like Marsha. Says one-stop shop, weddings, birthdays, graduations, corporate events, you name it, I do it. Got it. Thank you, girl. Uber says, I want to help seniors. You have been who have been discarded by family but able to care for themselves. Got it. Okay. Got it. Miss Donna says, I'm working on opening a sitter/companion service and use that to open a residential care home. Okay. Boo Bear says, praying for you too. Continue to helping people and joining tonight. Definitely come join us. Brandy Wine says okay, you put that earlier. Thank you, Vitals. Vital says, tap that screen. Thank you, girl. Carolyn says, going to help more of our high school students who would love to be first-time children authors. How sweet is that, Carolyn? That is the cutest. I love it. Okay, let's see. TikTok is graying out some of y'all's comments, so let me go in and approve these manually. Samantha says independent veteran. Nikki says community healthcare provider. Okay, you said that's what community paramedicine is. You got to say that though. So imagine, and I'm using stats from a call that I did 2 hours this week with a grant check writer. Like, she knows me by name. And she was going through how her grant, she just released, maybe, I think it's at the top of this month. And she's already had 1,600 applications come through. So let's imagine all 1,600 of those people do exactly what you do. And everybody's saying whatever y'all put in the chat, they put the same thing. How is your grant application going to stand out? So let's talk about that, because you need to be different. She actually said there were some common words being used. And she's like, all right, it's all starting to sound the same. And she put it out there. She's like, how many times do you think this one word was used out of 1,600? And I said 1,599. She said that's specific, but it was spot on, because I know that y'all's applications sound like everybody else's. So if you've ever tried to apply for a grant and you got rejected, or if you haven't applied for a grant and won one yet, you want to know what not to do. Okay. Especially because most grants these days are not offering feedback on quote unquote what you did wrong. So I'm trying to help you correct that going in. And the correct thing to do is, in as many words and characters as a grant will allow, please tell these people what you do. ABC 1, 2, 3, step by step. Amen. That's it. That's all. Hold on. Let me double check. I feel like our mic may not be working on our YouTube. I can tell when people just pop on and off. They don't say anything, and I wish somebody would let me know. Okay, I don't even know how to go in and change that. So we're going to just have to go with the flow. So anyway, instead of saying paramedicine, tell us in detail. You said we visit elderly and disabled residents assessing vitals. Got it. You said community healthcare. Okay, I saw that. I currently publish books at no cost. I collaborate with an art teacher in local high school. That is so cool. Hi, Rev. Oh, let's see. Clicking on the detail. Carla, is that you? Hey, girl. The credit school says, hey, everyone. Hey, credit school. Okay, let's talk about how to get your business to stand out in a sea full of applications that could be very similar to your business. So instead of saying, is there a grant for my business? Let's talk about how it's cool to be different, even in a space where everybody does what you do. So, how do you do this as a Black woman? For profit small business owner that's seeking grants. Again, this is our safe space. And so everyone here is uplifting the Black woman and we're supporting our ideas and us getting this funding. And I'm here to help walk you through how we do that. Or let me tell you how I do it. And so y'all have told me what you do, or you've given me titles, and I've asked you questions to help you get clearer. But the what do you do question, the describe your business question is one of the main questions you're going to get on small business grant applications. Has anyone here ever applied for a grant? Just put me in the chat real quick. Let me know. Have you ever put in an application for a small business grant? Now, grants are free money. They're not loans. So they're not based on your credit. You don't have to pay them back. You don't need collateral. You don't need a co-signer. You don't need to give away a portion of your company. Again, they're not going to check your credit or your background history. Okay, we got 2 people here that have applied, right? And so you're a little familiar with what the process looks like. Hopefully it's been within like the last 30 days, maybe 60, maybe 90, because grants are changing. The requirements behind them are changing. And like I said, it's not based on you having just a specific type of business. It's based on what makes you and your business stand out. Before I forget, how much in grant funding do you need? Put that in the chat really quick. Y'all tell me how much you want to win from a grant. Like how much can you see a check for with your name and your business name? What's that amount? Put your dollar signs, your commas, your decimals, your zeros. Put your amount, name your amount. You can have any amount you would like. Put that in the chat. Rev got 100K. Who else wants to tell me how much in grant funding do you need? And if this is something that you have not taken your time to walk through, now is the perfect time. Because one thing I see is a lot of people applying for grants just for the sake of applying. And they don't have any intentions on either winning the grants for a certain amount, or they don't even like know how much they're going for. So how much are you going for? Carolyn says 30K. Vital says $1 million. So Vitals, so the amount that you want to win, if you're in our mentorship program, I teach you to multiply the amount that you need times 10. Let me check on YouTube real quick. I'm going to say, can you hear me? There we go. So YouTube, I don't think they can hear me. This is driving me crazy. And so, okay. So Vitals, you will hear that in our masterclass, and it breaks down how whatever amount you need, you're multiplying that times 10. So that means that you need to be applying to $10 million in grants because you got like a 1 in 10 chance of winning. Rev says, let me adjust my number. Don't get scared now. You already put it out there, right? So let's just have faith. You can do this. You got it. And you just have to make sure that you're applying consistently. So the way you start winning is to apply as often as possible, but you also want to have what we call your grant goal in mind as you apply. And your grant goal is the amount you put in the chat, multiply that times 10. If you have a 1 in 10 chance of winning, because people always say, what are the odds of winning a grant? When you're in my mentorship, within the first 90 days, most of our mentees win between $5,000 and $10,000 within their first 90 days. Brittany is an exception. She just did a small business pitch competition, and in 5 minutes, she won $15,000. 90 days fresh out the mentorship. And so it depends on how much you need, right? And so you're going to have to apply for 10 times that. You got a 1 in 10 chance. Give yourself 90 days when you know what you're doing. not just because, thank y'all for the 2K likes. I see the hearts fluttering on my other screen. I appreciate whoever's tapping that screen. I see you, girl, and thank you. I appreciate you. So yeah, you will have to apply for 10 times as much money as you put in the chat. Okay. Just keep that in mind. It's a rule of thumb. It's possible and you can do it. So don't let it scare you. Um, but have your grant goal in mind. That's that number you put in the chat. And so what that means is there are different types of grant opportunities. They can be 5,000 here, 10,000 here. I just won 6,000 this week. And so one of our mentees, her name is Tay. She's a swim instructor in New York, and she's won over 35,500 just to teach her classes to little Black and brown kids, teaching them how to swim, drowning prevention, water safety. She also trains and certifies lifeguards and swim instructors. And so she is our small business pitch competition champ. Like she's been on stage like 5 different times. So she keeps winning these opportunities to pitch her business in like 60 seconds, 2 minutes. So she pitched for 60 seconds, she won $1,000. She pitched for 5 minutes, she won $5,000. She just won 3,500. She's about to win 5,000. Like it keeps adding up. So her ultimate grant goal is 300,000. So she's constantly applying for grants on behalf of her business. Y'all got it? If you got it, put hashtag FYP in the chat. Let's continue to share this conversation with other Black women that need to be a part of this crew, because a lot of us don't know these numbers going in. We're just thinking, oh, grants, free money, yay, let's apply. So if you're picking up what I'm putting down, just put hashtag FYP in the chat. Hi, Anika, how are you? I think, are you one of our new followers? I feel like I saw your name recently somewhere. Let me know. Vitals, thank you, girl, for your hashtag FYP. What questions can I answer with you guys? I got to check in on y'all because usually when I call out those numbers, y'all get a little quiet. Okay, that's right. Hey, girl, welcome. Thank you for being here. Any questions about your grant goals? We know what our grant goal is, right? So I told you that grants are free money. They're not based on your credit. You don't have to pay them back. They're not going to check into your criminal history. None of that. They won't know it unless you tell them. You don't have to give up a portion of your company. You don't have to crowdfund and ask mom and them to support your little business, to try to have your back or anything. Right. OPM. There you go. You with us. You one of us. I see you. So OPM stands for other people's money. And that's how we describe grants here at Black Women in Grants. And we talk all things how to find these grants, how to apply for them, and how to win them. And so you got to know what they are first in order to win them. A lot of people just want to go find grants. And you can find grants on Google all day. Just be careful of scams because as y'all can see, they're here. And they ain't afraid to steal everything you got. Or shall we say everything we already don't have. We get half of a percentage of the funding that's offered from venture capitalists and like regular angel investors. And the scammers want that. Give me that half a penny. So they will take everything you got. But it doesn't have to be that way. So if you're really here for the knowledge of learning about what grants are, how to win them for your business, and then use that to build your business, in addition to you making money, you're in the right place. Y'all got it? Put got it in the chat if you got it. If this is making sense, you're picking up what I'm putting down, let me know. Talk to me. Over at blackwomeningrants.com, I have a 6-month mentorship program where I am helping. We have a goal of 1,000. We're right at 600 right now, mentees that are in our program. And these ladies are winning money. Like Tay, the swim instructor in New York, who I told y'all about, has won over 35,000. We have Ashley, who owns a skincare line, an organic skincare line. She was just accepted into a grant program where they're helping her introduce organic ingredients through an agriculture program. It's so cool. So she gets to like grow the literal ingredients that are going to be in her skincare line. She so far has won over $42,000. And there's so many other winners that are there. And I say, I talk about them a lot, but I also have interviewed them to see what they did to win their grants and what they're telling you to go do so that you can follow in their steps. Because I give you all the tools. I like hold your hand, give you templates, tell you what to say on these applications. I've written 4 books so far. I'm on book number 4. This is our cover. She is released at the end of this month. It's called Ask. and ask is our 3-part formula for how to win grants at a high level, not just applying because it's fun, not just doing what we call spraying and praying, where you're just randomly applying for stuff and wondering why you haven't won yet. We got another book called Finding Funding. It's all about what grants are, what they're not, how to find them, and what grants you should be applying to based on where you are in your business. Put startup in the chat if you're a startup business, because that's one of the phases that you're in. And then put started in the chat if you've already started your business. This is another one of our books, Black Women in Grants. I just wrote that this year, a couple months ago, actually. And it has all of our clients' success stories in them. So Tay's in here, Ashley's in here, Raven, the Black woman farmer that's won 100,000 plus in here. Deanna Joy, she's a nonprofit grant writer, and she's winning money for her business, which is for profit. She's won over $86,000 and was recently selected as a finalist for a multi-million-dollar pitch competition opportunity. So, I mean, it's possible. The money's out there. They're all in our mentorship program. The program is over at blackwomeningrants.com. This is for you if you want to talk to me. You want to get on the phone. We're going to have a conversation. I'm going to walk you through what we call your grant application strategy. I'm going to customize it too based on what you do. I'm going to show you what type of grants you should be applying to based on where you are in your business. So when I say where you are in your business, it's whether you've started your business or whether your business is still in the startup phase. And you can win a grant even if you haven't started your business yet, even if you haven't made any money yet, or even if you haven't made as much money as you would like, okay? So yes, there is a grant for your business. Yes, you can win a grant for your business. And yes, I can help you do it, okay? So how to come join us is go to www.blackwomeningrants.com. Choose the mentorship program called the Grant Game. And what that is our independent study course. It's where you're going to be reading and listening to these books that I just showed you. You're going to watch the videos that I've interviewed of our grant winners. We have an app that'll read the books to you that's built into the program. You download the app, upload the books, and listen hands-free. Take your notes. And then I'm also making myself available 24/7 via email. You can always email me, ask me your questions, and I'll respond at a reasonable hour. But, I am available to you throughout our entire 6-month journey together. So that's our mentorship. It's $197 to join us. There is Klarna, there's Afterpay, and there's Affirm as payment arrangements if you need it. Those are available. That's our scholarship price. I told y'all I just won 2 grants this week, so it allows me to give back in the form of scholarships. Regular investment for this program, and the program price is increasing. It's $997. And so I wanted to offer the opportunity for a scholarship for someone who's really serious. But that is available on a first come, first serve basis. That and then getting your call booked should be first priority. So head over to blackwomeningrants.com and join us. You can also get there from our profile link right here on TikTok. Y'all let me know if you have questions as well. I'm kind of multitasking between YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, okay? So ask me your questions and we'll talk more about the program. For those of you who want to start gaining confidence in submitting your grant applications for your small business, as long as you're a Black woman with a for-profit small business, you're based here in the United States, you're over the age of 18, and you own at least 51% of your business. Who here meets all 5 of those? Put the number 5 in the chat. You're Black, you're a woman, you own or will soon want to start owning a for-profit small business. This is not for nonprofits. You're based in the United States. You don't have to live here, but your business needs to be based here, registered here. You got a business bank account here. Your EIN is registered here. Your LLC. It's not necessary to have articles of incorporation to apply for grants, but anything you do business-wise has to be stateside, okay? You can live anywhere, though. We have women who travel the world, but their business is registered here and they still qualify to win grants, okay? So Black woman, for-profit, small business owner, based in the United States, over the age of 18, and own at least 51% of your business. Anybody else meet all 5? We got 12 people on here. 2 say they meet them. What the other 10 of y'all doing? Y'all ain't talking. That's one thing. Let me see who on here. I start calling out names and our numbers gonna drop down. So the credit, where your 5 at? Notary, where your 5? Miss Donna Brown, Sugar, Stormy, where your 5 at? Do y'all meet these qualifications? Let me know. Put your number 5 in the chat. Let's see. Who else? Anika, M. Bland, Angela. Where y'all at? Anika, which one don't you meet? Let me know. You're in Canada. Okay. Let me look through what I don't know how y'all say it, but what part of Canada? I'm gonna check because I give our mentees a list of grants, a link to our list of grants that comes out every month at the top of the month. And so let me look through our list real quick. I know we have a section for Canada, but I think it's based on where you are in Canada. So tell me the Alberta, Canada. Okay, I don't know nothing about that, but I'm gonna put that in our list and see what pops up. Who else? We're missing some 5. So I'm gonna ask again. So are you guys Black or identify as Black? Like for real? One of your parents, your grandmama, them, somebody Black. You got your Black in you, okay? Because these are the qualifications of the grants we win. So you got to be Black, you got to be a woman, or identify as a woman. So you can be. I want to say it right. I always mess it up. I think that's non-binary, and you identify as a woman. I'm trying to recall like how they're wording it on grant applications. So Black woman for profit, so not nonprofit. Like these grants will literally tell you if you're nonprofit, you don't qualify for these grants. Based in the United States, meaning it's mostly North America. Now that I think about it, but it's coast to coast. I think the farthest is Cali that I've seen, and then a lot of them are here on the East Coast. We've got some in the Midwest. What that means is some of the grants are under different laws. So if it's started in California, it's under the California law, and that matters when it comes to them cutting your check because they have to follow the laws of that state. So they're pretty much there's some global opportunities as well, but the ones we win are for those of you who are here with us in the US. So let me check. I was looking for our Canadas. Yeah, okay. So there, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we got 13 grants in Canada right now, Anika. So you're in luck. I know for sure that the lady who puts together our list of grants, she is funded by Bank of America. And she told us that there's a guy in Canada who sends her this list just because he wants to support the work that she's doing to vet these opportunities for women small business owners. So she puts it on our list. So yeah, we got Canada, we got Africa. But like I said, there are 13. Now there are 80 different opportunities in all. Canada has 13. The UK has 2. Africa has a few, and then the rest are for the US. So I'm just setting your expectations, okay? So if you decide to come join us, what we do is, number one, get you started with this list of grants. It has over $1.2 million in funding on the list. But I also have 2 different trainings in our mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. And I walk you through, in I think our shortest video is 13 seconds, how to set up to where grants come to you and you invite those grants. They're not coming to you in your inbox. They're not spamming you on social medias, but you actually like arrange it for you to be notified of grants in your area. And then I give you guys a list of 13 different places where you can go out and find the grants on your own. So our list is just a bonus. So again, don't let that discourage you. If you decide to come join us in the mentorship, that's what to look forward to. The credit school, are you in our mentorship? Let me know. You said, how do I know I'm getting emails from you? I haven't sent anything this week. I need to. I just told my coach yesterday I'll be emailing y'all weekly, but it's Friday. I ain't sending nothing all week, so I got to keep my word. So if you're in the mentorship, you should be getting something before Monday. I don't know. I got to sit and do the emails. So let me know. I do not, if you mean like emails, I only email our mentees. That's it. So on social media, I'm not in y'all's inbox. The only way I'm talking to you in the inbox is if you sent me something first. If anybody is, you'll see people in my comments or comments on other videos, or they're in your inbox saying, hey, Need a grant? That is not me, babes. That's a scammer. We had 2 scammers on here tonight, and I see them. And so be careful. Be very careful. So no, it's not me. I try my best not to do business on social media. I always point you out to my website. My website shares my mentorship, and my mentorship is how you communicate with me via email or when we do our phone call for your 90-minute intro call. So thank you for asking that question. What other questions do you guys have? Let me know. Anything we haven't covered so far? We talked about what grants are. We've talked about how to clearly tell a grant what you do. Okay, yeah, you're in the independent study course. So you're in the Grant Game mentorship program. So if you've emailed me, it's me directly, not an assistant or a robot yet. But you could tell my emails because it has all of our information on there, and it's from a legit. It's not from like just a random made up name. Did you talk about the ask? I did. I think that was the last video or the last email I sent where I was sharing with you guys that we had a new book coming out. So that may have been the most recent one. So yes. Vital says, Skip Grant membership. Do I cut it or keep it? It's up to you. I don't know much about Skip. Other than what I've seen on their list of grants is the same stuff that's on Google for free, but y'all paying for it. So, that's all I know about them folk. So do some reviews, do some searches. I teach y'all to do that in the mentorship to make sure that you are like doing your due diligence. We call that the read, research, and review process, where you're actually putting in the name of these grants, of these people who claiming to help you find grants. Look for winners. Do you know anyone who's won a Skip grant? And I'm not being funny. This is literally what I tell you. Go look for the winners of these grants. Or if it's people claiming they can help you win a grant, go look for their winners. All of our winners are on our website. At least those the last 20 that have reported their winnings are on the website. It's hard to catch y'all once y'all get that money, get the burning a hole. But our winners do come back. They do visit. I bring them on the live. We interview them, and then I share their interviews in our mentorship. So look for the winners, okay? Yeah, look for proof. That's that proof, or receipts, as the kids say. So we talked about how much you want to win in a grant. I told you guys you need to apply for at least 10 multiplied with that number. That's your grant goal. And then if you want my help finding these grants specifically for your business, where I send you a list of grants that have been vetted. They have been like sought out for women in business as well as veterans, minority or BIPOC. I hate that term, but anyway, the LGBTQIA community, the disabled community, even I'm seeing wives of veterans qualifying for these opportunities as well. So the credit says, I need your help. You got the mentorship. What else you want me to do? Apply for it. No, I ain't even gonna say that because you'll be like, yeah, no. What you asked me a specific question, and I'm happy to help. No, I will not apply for grants on your behalf. No, I will not read a whole grant application. Yes, I will send you the list of grants. You already got it if you're in a mentorship. Yes, I will tell you everything I know. I've already done it in 4 books, as well as some videos that we have in the mentorship that walk you through exactly what to do when you're looking for these opportunities, what to expect, and answer your questions. What other questions you got? What other help do you feel like you need? Let me know. I'm all ears. Say something I ain't heard yet. Say something you don't already have access to. Let me know. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Dr. AJ Austin, founder of BlackWomenInGrants.com, where I help Black women for-profit small business owners find, apply for, and win grants. And I teach you my own personal strategies for winning. I've won over $1 million in my personal life in grants and grant-funded opportunities. And here in the business community, since 2020, I've won multiple 6 figures. I win for fun at this point. It's a hobby. I love it. I study grant winners. I am a grant winner, etc. She said none. I just opened up the Google Drive today at work. Right. Talking about some, you need my help. You got it. What else you want me to do? You ever come sit next to you at your desk, hold your hand. You click. I would just hold your hand and squeeze it. You got this. That's the job we want. Come knock on my door. Sit in my office with me. and just watch me work. I just need you to just hold me accountable. So I'm here. I'm here. You can email me with any grant specific questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. But all of that is a part of our 6 month long on demand independent study course. That's called the Grant Game Mentorship. It's over at blackwomenandgrants.com. That's what the credit school is in, Vitals and Bains is in. And so we do have a scholarship spot that is available tonight during the live, first come, first serve. And the call with me is a bonus call. And it comes when you are the first one to join during the live. Okay. So on the website, you're not going to see the bonus call there on purpose. You got to be an action taker, a money maker, a shaker, and a mover. Amen. What other questions can I answer for those of you who are hanging out with us? We have some resources. I told y'all about our grant database, which is our list of grants that comes out at the first of every month. So we get our new list next week. I'm so excited. Every month, this list has over $1 million in funding. And again, it's been vetted for Black women, for-profit small businesses. It is very easy to access this list. Or access this list, sorry, and then download it. You can print it out, but it's no point because it has clickable links, okay? Unless you just want to keep it as like your tracker. But we have a personalized tracker that's in the mentorship as well. And so that plus the videos where I'm really diving in deep to what grants are, plus how to win them. So what we talked about a little bit tonight is what you do. But the biggest secret to winning grants and standing out on these grant applications is making sure that you're also what I call helping the hood, okay? You're giving back. You're bringing others with you. You're leaving a legacy. You're building generational wealth, and you're doing it because you've already factored in how you're going to do this before you start winning. And so you have a plan for giving back. You have a plan for helping the hood. You have a plan for doing what they call social impact or community impact. And I'll walk you through how to set that up so that you're applying for grants the right way. And even if there are thousands of other applications that are full of your competitors who do what you do, yours is going to stand out, okay? So that's what you want. That's how you start winning grants. What other questions can I answer for those of you who are hanging out with us? A lot of people ask, like, how long does it take to win a grant? And like I said, you know, when you join us in our mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com, I tell you to give yourself 90 days. And I also took, like, let's say you got 2 weeks to apply for a grant you're really interested in winning. I'll walk you through my schedule of how I apply for and win grants. The last grant that I was selected for $50,000 was, I did have 2 weeks to apply for this thing. So I just noted everything I did in a 2-week time frame to get selected for that opportunity. And so that's in our mentorship. And then if you have longer than 2 weeks, let's say like 30 days, every 30 days, if you did this one thing every day for 30 days, you look up, you are that much closer to winning your first or next grant. Most of our mentees within the first 90 days win their first $5,000 to $10,000, just depending on, you know, how many grants you're applying to and how much in grant funding you're applying to. So the key is to consistently apply, but you also want your applications to be getting better and better every time you submit an application. It's not about copying and pasting, okay? You don't need a grant writer. That's for nonprofits. We don't write grants in the for-profit space. We simply apply, okay? And because we apply, it's a skill that you need to learn for yourself how to master. You don't need to be paying anybody to do this for you because it's a simple application. I filled out 5 questions for the grant I just won this week. I went back and looked at my application. It was so simple. And I can't imagine paying somebody hundreds or thousands of dollars to do that on my behalf when all I was doing was talking about my business and why I want this money and who I'm going to help with it. So that's what I teach you guys how to do. So don't try to pass this off or don't buy into the thought process that you need to pay somebody to be doing this for you, because you don't. You just need to make time to do it or find the time to do it. It's as simple as that. You know, I looked at my grant that I won recently. It keeps your application in their database. I clicked into it today and I saw that I submitted that application at 9 at night. So most of the time that's after you're home from your 9 to 5. Now you in that 5 to 9, right? And so I found that time to fill out those 5 questions at 9 at night and won that money. Okay. So I teach you how I do that. and then give you the list of grants. And then I'm here with you guys on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on TikTok, also on YouTube, on our BlackWomenInGrants.com channel, and also on Facebook under Dr. AJ Austin. So I make myself available to make sure that you're checking in, you're doing your homework, you're getting answers to the questions. I can't say the name yet, girl. You know, y'all gonna get an email as soon as I can say. They specifically said congratulations, and don't go tell nobody yet. I got my screenshot ready. I got my post ready. I'm so ready. They sent me the paperwork today, but I can't announce it until they do. That's typically the rules of grants, girl. I'm just like, I want to scream so bad and tell the world, but we gotta wait. Yep. So they're like, don't put it out until we do. So most of the time, when you win a grant, they alert the winners, and then you got to give them time to alert those who don't win. Thank you, girl. I'm excited. I'm terrible at keeping a secret. So, you know, I tried to bring it up too much, but yeah, I can't say just yet. So I got to sign the papers. I have to sign our offer letter, or what they call a memorandum of understanding, your MOU. So I'm gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna calm my nerves. But that's one of 3 this year. And so ask me about the other ones. I can talk about those. But I'm also doing one in partnership with Google. I can talk about that one. We officially got started. My paperwork is signed. And I'll be hosting an event. I thought I had to next year, but actually I think it's gonna be in November. And I gotta find out if they're gonna let me host it online or if it'll be in person. So I'm excited about that. We did our call yesterday or the day before. And so yeah, we got a couple things going on behind the scenes. So yeah, make sure you open them emails in the mentorship, because I tell y'all everything first. Okay. Well, y'all are after like my private masterminders. I tell them and then I come tell y'all. Okay. And then I announce it publicly. So we have a little process here. So they specifically made us not talk about it unless, you know, we're sharing it with people on our team that are going to be going through the process with us. So stay tuned, because I got more details, and I'm going to find out when they're doing it again. Because a lady that I won a grant with earlier this year told me about that opportunity. I went and applied right away, and I won. She didn't even apply. And I'm like, oh man, we could have been doing this together. But she's about to win so much other stuff because she's so giving. So that's what this network is about, just sharing opportunities. Because when I see stuff, I share it. Even if I'm not going to go apply for it, even if I don't qualify for it, I share it with our mentees. So definitely make sure you stay plugged in. I rarely talk about specific names of grants on our lives because I don't want to brand anybody else. I ain't getting paid for that. But if you're in our mentorship and you're active, and I know what business you have and that you qualify for these opportunities and where you live, what you're looking for grants for, I'm happy to send the links. And I do that on an individual basis. I don't even share it with our whole database when I find these grants that you qualify for. I just sent out the $10,000 opportunity to those who are in our monthly membership. So everybody's getting preferential treatment depending on, you know, how serious I know you are about these grants, because opportunities are out there. And so I give you a roadmap for how often you should be applying. I give you a tracker sheet to keep up with the grants that you are applying to. That was designed by one of our Black women in grants. Her name is Ashley Rankin. She is the organic skincare line owner up in Colorado that's won over $42,000. And so as a way of her keeping up with the grants she was applying to, she shared her tracker with us. And she also left the links to the grants she's applied to. So you can go see if you qualify and follow in her footsteps. So between that, helping you to find the time to apply for these grants, telling you what to put on the grant application, and then giving you access to me unlimited via email for full 6 months. That plus our books and the interviews with our grant winners, all of that is in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. And it is available for $197 one time. And then there's Klarna, there's Afterpay, and there's Affirm if you want to set up payment arrangements to take care of the balance that way. And so we do, Q&As here all the time. We do surprise bonuses like the call with me that I've added to our mentorship, but I definitely make sure that I'm available to those of you who need a little bit more support, a little bit of hand holding. And if you want to work with me like more privately, one-on-one, we have a live group that meets twice a month, every first and last Tuesday of the month. So we got a meeting next week. We're live on Zoom for a full hour in a small group setting, and I'm focused on exactly what your questions are via the like whatever grant you want to apply to. We walking through that question by question, line by line, if that's the question you have. You say I got the self-paced. Is the other one 197? So the Grant Game Mentorship Program, that's our 6-month mentorship. It's $197 one time. And then our monthly membership to be on the call with me twice a month, and the group coaching calls, it's $197 a month. So both options are on the website over at blackwomenandgrants.com. And for those of you who just want to read the books, all three of the books that I showed you, The Grant Game, Finding Funding, and Black Women in Grants, they're all a part of our ebook bundle. And they all walk you through the step-by-step process of how to find, apply for, and win grants. So that grant ebook bundle is on the blackwomenandgrants.com website for only $97. So if you want to go grab that, I'm also happy to jump on a call with you. But tonight, whoever is the first to purchase either our mentorship program, The Grant Game, 6 months access, unlimited emails to me, a spot in our monthly membership, which is $197 a month, 2 calls a month live with me, or the grant ebook bundle. Just be the first one, and I'll throw in the bonus call with me. I gotta be specific because y'all think we're gonna be emailing and texting and stuff. We need one call. That's all. Who said that? One of them lawyers here in Atlanta said that. Ken Nugent, I think it is. What other questions can I answer for you guys before we go? About to wrap up. I usually try to hang out with you guys for about an hour or so, answering your questions and inviting you into my world. I love what I do. Finding these grants, applying for these opportunities, winning these opportunities, and teaching you these opportunities. You say, can you consider gifting me one call one day? I can consider allowing you to sign up for a call for $197. And I usually do not do that at all. And so I do that because our calls are $997. So I have private clients that pay me. They start at $600 an hour. Y'all get 90 minutes for $197. I also sent out emails about those calls a couple weeks ago, and I told y'all my schedule about to book up. So you can message me, and I'll send you the link to book a call because I got to shut it down starting top of September when both of these programs about to kick off, and I'm gonna be busy, and so I won't have as much free time to just sit and chat. So if you want to book a call, just message me credit, and I will gift you that opportunity to book your $197 call versus the $600 an hour price tag that it usually is. What other questions do you guys have? I think I lost YouTube. Okay, there we go. YouTube, can y'all hear me? Y'all just like bouncing on and off. It looked like you can hear. Oh, I didn't even notice the little microphone thing. Hello? Okay, I think y'all can hear me because the mic is moving. But y'all ain't saying nothing. Hey, YouTube. I see we got one person. They probably drop off. So, okay, send me an email. Please do, my dear. Or you can message me real quick right here on TikTok, and I'll send you the link for that. It's best to get me while I'm focused on the girl because I forget. So if you want to, do you want to book the call tonight, the credits? Let me know. I'll get you that link before I go. About to wrap up in about 5 minutes if there are no questions. Let's see. Okay, Facebook is good. Facebook, I'm going to go ahead and log off with y'all. blackwomenandgrants.com. Come join us. Bye. Okay. I always log off early on the other platforms because I forget that I'm recording. And we just be getting B-roll footage over here. So I saw the email, the link in your email today. Click it. Why y'all ain't clicking it? Y'all do. Okay, now you better follow the directions. I don't be saying stuff just to say it. I'll be like, okay, now I'm going to be unavailable. And then y'all want to message me 30 years later talking about back. You remember back in 19? I don't know what you're talking about. I be done moved on, child. So yeah, if you got that link, it should still work. If not, let me know. I'll see if I can. Yeah, I need to click it to make sure it still work while I'm offering it to you. Hold on. Let me think. What was the... Yep, it was the ask one. I think that's in there. This is Amanda. Yep. Okay. I think the first one you mentioned, credit, that's the one It's just telling you about the new book that's coming. Let me see if I can find the other one. So can I do when I get off? Okay. Um. Oh, here it is. So the one, yeah, it's like literally in the title. Secure your spot, 90-minute grant application strategy call. That's the one. So let me try this link, make sure it still works. Okay, yeah, it's still up. It didn't close down yet. So message me if you want me to send that to you real quick. I got it. Or if you want to just search your emails, you're free to do that too, child. I just want to make sure you got what you need. So y'all ain't be like, I was waiting on you to block. No, you weren't. Any final questions before we go? Vitals? What you got? I know you said you're slipping on homework. Check in. What's going on with you, girl? What's taking you so long? Let's find this time, okay? Send it to you. Okay, hold on. Can you message me? Message me real quick right here on TikTok. I don't know how to find y'all quick enough while we're live. And I'm navigating these two lives. Hold on. I think I'm on. Am I on TikTok? Oh, okay, because it's still on YouTube. I can't message you because YouTube will see the whole thing. You don't want them in your business like that. So message me. Oh, okay, you got the. I think you shared that before too, didn't you? Vitals and veins. Yeah, I think you told us that earlier. Oh, I might can do it on my well, if y'all waiting on me, we'll eventually get it done, okay? Yeah, you told me that earlier. I remember you mentioning Coca-Cola. Okay. Right, ain't that good? Congratulations, Vitals and veins. All right, y'all. Well, that's all I got. Any final questions before we go? Any ahas y'all want to talk about, dive deeper into? Let me know. YouTube, we're about to wrap it up. Unless you have a question, our one viewer on YouTube. Y'all, when TikTok goes away, we're going to be on YouTube live, okay? Our Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. We're back to our regular schedule. I've been off for a minute, but I was here with y'all, just at different times. I still might play around with different times, but for now, that is going to be our time. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for about an hour, maybe 90 minutes if it gets good and y'all got questions and you want to keep talking. So make sure you put that on your calendar to join us. Follow this page as well or subscribe to the channel, YouTube. And then turn those notifications on so when we go live, hopefully you'll get the notification to come join us. That is it, my dear. If you are over at blackwomeningrants.com, get in where you fit in to get your bonus call. But again, you got to do it before I go. So you got like 60 seconds. It takes 2 minutes to join us. And again, you can get there through our profile right here on TikTok. Thank y'all for the gifts and the prizes and stuff. I'm still learning. Thank y'all for the 9K likes. I see y'all. Somebody been tapping that screen. I appreciate you. Yeah. blackwomeningrants.com. All right, y'all. Come hang out with me in the mentorship. I'm going to check on our mentees as we speak. I think I'm going to send y'all an email soon. So y'all just pray. Fingers crossed. Okay. I got a lot to say. I just got to sit here and do it. And y'all better open y'all emails. Credit. Vitals and veins. And the other 1,300 I'll be emailing. All right. Y'all have a phenomenal rest of your day. I'll see y'all soon. God bless. Bye, future grant winners. All right, YouTube, we're out of here. Bye, y'all.